Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to join in today's Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology online briefing. This is Jeremy from the admission office of NUIST. Before we start our presentation, I would like to show you the video of our school first.
From the perspective of time, you can see the past, the present, but not the future. In life, you can choose the present instead of choosing to change the past. However, here, you can not only feel the pulse of the future, but also touch the outline of the future. With passion, youth, vigor, and wisdom. It is Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology where your future is, and you can choose to progress with her and your future. Here, you can see the traces left by the time and the marks left by the glory. Tracing back to the source, it all started with the active advocacy of Zhu Kejian, a Chinese modern geographer and meteorologist, and Tu Changwang, the first director of China Meteorological Administration. It developed from the category of meteorology affiliated to the Department of Geonomy, to the Independent Department of Meteorology, and then to the first meteorological institution of higher education in New China, which was known as the cradle of meteorological talents in China. Under the joint efforts of numerous elites returning from the foreign countries, together with the business backbones and academic backbones, experiencing the reform and upgrading, transformation, exploration and leaping development, as well as long-time accumulation, it finally stood out among the world's universities with the new look of Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology and became widely known. Co-constructed by Jiangsu Provincial People's Government, China Meteorological Administration, Ministry of Education, and State Oceanic Administration, Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology enables each student to stand shoulder to shoulder with the world and progress with the future by establishing the cooperative relationship and conducting the coordinated development with multiple ministries and commissions, the academies of sciences and research institutes, the local governments, famous enterprises, and the world's famous colleges and universities. It has completely covered many disciplines, such as marine sciences, information science, environment science, and management science, growing together from the atmospheric sciences outshining others. With Changwang School of Honors bringing up the top talents, Feng School cultivating the innovational and enterprising talents, Reading Academy and Sino-British Cooperation, Independent Binjiang College, and deeply cooperative University of Chinese Academy of Sciences. It has gradually formed a complete talent cultivation system of undergraduate, master, doctoral, international education and training, and has innovatively led the industry and national strategic development, opened up a broad future for students, and created a more contemporary future for the world with the rich teaching and scientific research resources. Collecting the global wisdom, it expands the pattern of talent training. There are academicians from Polish Academy of Science and academicians from European Unions, experts of University of Chinese Academy of Sciences, who serve as the school leaders, and a large batch of high-end innovative talents from all over the world as well. Its international engineering team-oriented faculty of doctors and elites substantially improves the quality of teaching and helps all the students to promote their strength and competitiveness on the way to realize their dreams. Stimulate the struggle of every minute with the passion and vitality of youth, and expand wisdom with diligence of day and night, so as to shine their great expectations. Here is not only a breath of the future, but also a strong humanistic care and happy taste. Happy education is the broad mind and feelings of Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology, so you can breathe the joy and sense of achievement of creation. Flying your free wings of youth here and experience 4 seasons like spring and pleasant gentle breeze in such an agreeable university. Learn the ideas with wisdom to make you get closer to the future, and progress with the future by your heart pursuing your dreams hard. It is Nanjing University of Information Science and Technology, which comprehensively promotes the first-class characteristic high-level university construction.
Okay, so after watching this video, I think most of you have a brief impression of our university. And right now, I would like to introduce our university to you in different ways. First, today we will have 3 main parts for our presentation. First part is the Nanjing overview. The second part would be the newest introduction. And the third one would be international education. For Nanjing overview, we have 3 parts. I am a local people, so I have the basic knowledge of the city itself. It is energetic economics, and it with rich culture of long history. It has comfortable human habitat in environment. So from this part, it's a map of China. You can see the location, which is the red name on the map. You can see the location of Nanjing. It's very clear and very near to the Shanghai city, and it's a very developed city. So for the energetic economics, Nanjing is the capital city of Jiangsu, one of the most developed provinces in China. It is located in the Yangtze River Delta with a rapid and convenient transportation to the city of Beijing, Shanghai. Nanjing is a modern city with energetic economics. Pillar industries such as high-tech electronic information and auto industry have built a strong basis of economic prosperity and formed a complete industrial system. Nanjing is also a city with rich culture of long history. It's a city of excellent specialists for scientific education. As one of the 4 scientific research education cities in the country, Nanjing has 53 ordinary colleges or universities with over 80,000 students. Nanjing is one of the most famous Asian Chinese cities. 6 dynasties in ancient times set their capital here and left us plenty of great buildings as well as rich cultures. It is also a very comfortable city for human beings to live here. Nanjing is an ecological city with comfortable human habitat environment. Nanjing is a cultivated city with open mind. At present, 81 top 500 corporations have made investments in Nanjing. Nanjing is a safe city with good public security and sound prevention and control system. Nanjing belongs to the North Subtropical monsoon climate zone with 4 seasons, plenty sunshine and rains. The average temperatures of a year is 17.8 degrees centigrade. Next part, I would introduce newest to you. It also has 3 parts. The first one would be the overview. The second one would be the highlights. And the third one would be the school and majors. For the overview part, it has some characteristics points. The first one would be, it is a national level key university founded in 1960. It occupies an area of 140 hectares. It has more than 30,000 undergraduates and over 4,000 graduates and more than 1,700 teachers. It has more than 80,000 students have graduated from NUIST and more than 2,000 international students now on campus. For the highlights, NUIST having multiple disciplines of science, engineering, management, literature, economics, law, agriculture, and art. It has a complete educational system from undergraduate to master and doctoral programs, as well as the postdoctoral research centers. It has the discipline of atmospheric science of NUIST, which ranks number 1 among Chinese universities. The geosciences, engineering, computer science, chemistry, and environmental science and ecology enters ESIA top 1 discipline. NUIST has the most complete literature on atmospheric science among all the universities in China, and it is also on the list of China's national double first-rate universities. For the third part, it is the schools and majors. We have totally 24 different schools, and it provides a lot of different majors. The schools, which marks with the red one, and they can offer the English taught programs for the applicants. For example, for the School of Business and the School of Management Science and Engineering, and for the School of Electronic Information Engineering, School of Environmental Science and Engineering, School of Computer and Software, etc. And for this part, I will mainly introduce the international education to you. It has 5 parts. First one would be the English medium programs. The second one would be the Chinese medium programs. The third one, Chinese language and Chinese culture programs. The fourth one would be the scholarship programs. And last one would be the admission. For the English medium programs, a total number of 71 undergraduate programs, 46 master programs, and 22 doctoral programs are offered in NUIST. For the undergraduate programs, the computer science and technology, international economy and trade, electronic information engineering, financial engineering, and artificial intelligence, these 5 majors can be taught in English. And for the bachelor program, it lasts 4 years. The master programs in English medium, which are meteorology, applied meteorology, environmental science and engineering, business management, finance, computer science and technology, information and communications engineering. And these 7 majors can be taught in English for the master programs, which will last 2 years. And all the doctoral programs can be taught in English. It will last for more than 3 years. And for this part, here are some programs which can be taught in Chinese. And actually, all the majors, including the bachelor, master, and doctoral programs, can be taught in Chinese if you have the HSK level 4 or above. This part would be the brief introduction of Chinese language programs or culture programs. The Chinese language program's study duration is from 1 semester to 1 academic year. We can offer the Chinese language program for the students who have never learned Chinese before, or we can also offer the programs to the students who have some basic knowledge of Chinese language. The level would be start from level 0 for beginners, level 1 for elementary Chinese, level 2 for intermediate Chinese, and level 3 for advanced Chinese. and it will match different HSK levels from HSK level 1 to HSK level 5 or 6. Here is the main part for the scholarship programs. Newest offers 8 different types of scholarships for different kinds of students. And today we will briefly introduce several of them. First one would be the Chinese government scholarship. The second one would be the Jiangsu government scholarship. Third one would be the Nanjing municipal government scholarship. The fourth one would be the newest postgraduate for outstanding graduating students. And the last one would be the university scholarships. For Chinese government scholarship, the applicants needs to apply between maybe the end of February and to the beginning of March. The deadline will be the end of the beginning of March. The application procedure would be first, you need to log into the online application system to finish your online application at the website. The second one would be submit application documents to different institutions. Because for Chinese government scholarship, it's a general name of the scholarship. It has different programs. For first one is the bilateral programs. It opens to undergraduates, masters, and PhDs. The applicants needs to apply to Chinese embassy in your own country. Okay, and for the second one is the Chinese university scholarship. It is only open to masters and PhD students. You need to apply to our university. It means you need to apply to newest. Here is the agency number of our university, which is the 10300. And third one would be the WMO programs. It also opens to undergraduates, masters, and PhDs. And the applicants needs to apply for WMO. WMO refers to the World Meteorology Organization. And for the Chinese government scholarship, this year we have some new requirements for the Chinese taught program. If the applicants want to apply for bachelor degree programs, the applicants needs to hold the HSK level 3 certificates. And if the applicants want to apply for master or PhD degree programs, the applicants need to hold the HSK level 4 certificate. If you need more information about this kind of scholarship, you can refer to the official website mentioned here, which is www.campuschina.org. And if you have further application problems, you can also consult us through our email, which will be introduced at the end of the presentation. And for Chinese government scholarship, it is a fully funded scholarship. That means it will be offered like a tuition fee, accommodation fee, etc. All the fees can be included. And for Jiangsu government scholarship, newest is one of the receiving university of Jiangsu provincial government scholarship. The category of this kind of scholarship is full scholarship and partial scholarship. It has 2 different kinds of this. The application period, generally, it will be started from January to May. We have some education background and age limited to the applicants. The applicants for undergraduate programs must have a senior high school diploma with a good academic performance. Average score should be no less than 70 out of 100, and the age limited is 30 years old. And since it has full scholarship and partial scholarship, there will be so many applicants applying for for this scholarship. So we will choose the best of the applicants to enjoy this kind of scholarship. The second one, the applicants applying for the master degree programs must have a bachelor degree and be under the age of 35. The CGPA of bachelor study should be no less than 3.0 out of 4. The applicants who is applying for doctoral programs must have a master degree and be under the age of 40. The CGPA of master study should be no less than 3.0, also out of 4. And here is the online application website, www.studyinjiangsu.org. And for this programs, you can also consult us. The third scholarship would be the Nanjing Municipal Government Scholarship. And the application period is from March to May. So at present, the scholarship has been opened for application. NUIST is also one of the receiving universities of this Nanjing Municipal Government Scholarship. It also has some background age limitation. This part is different from the previous Jiangsu Government Scholarship because the age limitation is different. For applicants for undergraduate programs must have a senior high school diploma with a good academic performance, but the age limitation is 28 years old. The applicants for the master degree programs, the CGPA is also 3.0 out of 4, and the age limitation is 35. Applicants for doctoral degree programs must have a master degree and be under the age of 40. The CGPA is also 3.0. And for the scholarship coverage, master students they will enjoy 20,000 China yuan, which is equal to the tuition fee. The undergraduate students will enjoy 10,000 yuan for the scholarship. But the tuition fee for the undergraduate students is 15,000 yuan. So, and the university will also offer 5,000 yuan to the student to the scholarship recipients, so that the students do not need to pay the tuition fee by themselves. But it is a little different from the some of the scholarship, because the tuition fee must be paid at the time of registration, and the scholarship awards will be paid in the fall semester. That means when you enter a NUIST for the registration, you need to pay the tuition fees by yourself, and at the end of the first semester or at the beginning of the semester, next semester, the scholarship will be awarded to the students. The fourth one would be the university scholarship, which is NUIST Excellent Freshman Scholarship. The application period is from March to June. For this year, for the Nanjing Government Scholarship and NUIST Excellent Freshman Scholarship, the application deadline would be the July the 15th. So it has been postponed for half a month. Let's get back to the NUIST Excellent Freshman Scholarship. Education background is also a little bit different from the previous scholarships, mainly on the age limitation. Applicants wants to apply for NUIST Excellent Freshman Scholarship must be under the age of 25. The average score is also above 70% out of 100. The applicants wants to apply for master degree program must be under the age of 35. The CGPA also should be no less than 3.0 out of 4. Applicants wants to apply for doctoral programs must have a master degree under the age of 40. the CGPA should be no less than 3.0 out of 4. And the scholarship coverage is a little bit different. So for undergraduates, the scholarship coverage is half of the tuition fee waiver. Okay, and for the master students and PhD students, the scholarship is tuition fee waiver. That means the students only need to pay the accommodation fee by themselves and living expenses. The students do not need to pay the tuition fee. This scholarship is for the students who are already our newest students. Self-supporting degree students with outstanding academic performances can apply for university scholarship annually to enjoy a waiver of tuition. It has some basic requirements for the academic requirements and attendance. First, pass all the courses. So it means there should be no courses which are failed. Number 2, rank top 30 or top 40 in the academics among fellow students of the same major or GPA above 3.0. Third one, students' attendance rate is no less than 90%. And the fourth one would be no records of any disciplinary penalty. So all the scholarships mentioned above, the student and the scholarship recipients shall participate in the scholarship annual review according to newest regulations. And that means when first year you enjoy the scholarship, at the end of the first year you need to take part in the annual review. If you pass it, you can enjoy the scholarship for the next year. Okay, but for the students who are self-supporting students, that means when you enter newest, you don't enjoy any scholarship. But after your hard working, your academic performance and attendance are very good, you can also apply for the scholarship, which can be scholarship recipients. That means maybe you do not need to pay the tuition fee in the next coming year. But when you enjoy the scholarship for the next coming year, you also need, at the end of that year, you also need to take part in the annual review. If you pass it, you can continue to enjoy it. So here is the admission parts. We have 4 parts: eligibility, application documents, fees, and application procedures. So for the eligibility, foreign citizens must be in good physical and mental health, abide by the laws and decrees of Chinese government and the regulations of university. The requirements for applicants' degree and age are that applicants must be a high school graduate under the age of 30 when applying for undergraduate programs, be a bachelor's degree holder under the age of 40 when applying for master programs, and be a master degree holder under the age of 40 when applying for the PhD programs. Here you can notice that for the regulation part, eligibility parts, the age limitation is a little bit different from the scholarship part, because different scholarship it has its own requirements for different applicants. Okay. The fourth part, applicants must be under the age. The applicants under the age of 18 should submit valid documents of his or her legal guardians in China. 5. Good academic performance, good English language proficiency to apply for programs in English medium. For this part, the students who are not native speaker of English, they need to provide the report of English language test, such as TOEFL 80 plus or IELTS 6.0 plus. And for the Chinese language proficiency, applying for the Chinese medium programs, having passed HSK level 4 or above is very necessary. and each subject should be no less than 60 points. Here are the application documents for different degree programs. Here, for the undergraduate programs, the passport copy, passport photo, notarized highest degree, notarized highest diploma or degree certificates, notarized academic transcripts, and study plan, foreign physical examination form, bank statement, and non-criminal record are necessary for the applicants to apply through the online application system. For the study plan, the undergraduate programs, when they write the study plan in English, it should be no less than 200 words. Okay, and for the master programs and the PhD programs, the requirements are basically the same, but they need to offer some more things. For master and the PhD, they need to offer the recommendation letters from the professors or associate professors. And on the recommendation letter, there are some requirements. It needs to have the name, cell phone or telephone number, email address, and the school address of the professor or the associate professors. You can notice that the PhD programs needs to offer one more document, which is the acceptance letter from newest supervisor. That means the students, when applying for the PhD programs, first they need to contact the supervisor of newest to get the acceptance letter from the supervisor. After getting the documents, you need to upload it into the online application system so that your application documents are complete. And for Chinese language program, the required documents are not that complex. It's a passport copy, passport photo, highest degree diploma, or notarized academic transcript, physical examination form, bank statement, and non-criminal records. Here, I need to inform the applicants the bank statement, when you apply in the system, you better to update it to the present date. And for the non-criminal record and foreigner physical examination form, the valid date for these two documents are only 6 months. So you need to arrange the time when you do these kind of documents, because if you do like for the when you apply in March, but you did it in last March, so that means the documents are invalid. Okay, and for the foreigner physical examination form, it has a more requirement is that all the listed items on the foreigner physical examination form has to be filled. So if there's any missing items, the foreigner physical examination form will be regarded as invalid. Here are the fees. For the applicants, when you apply in the system, you need to pay the application fee after your application has been approved by our initial review and the academic review. After these two reviews you have been approved, we will send you an official email to your application to inform you that you need to pay the 500 China yuan for the application fee. And the tuition fee for the undergraduate programs is 15,000 China yuan per year. Master programs 20,000 China yuan per year. And PhD programs 25,000 China yuan per year. And for the Chinese language program, for one academic year, the tuition fee would be 15,000 China yuan which is equal to the undergraduate programs. And for one semester, it will be 7,500 China yuan. And we offered a single room and a quarter room for different kind of students. For the undergraduate students, master students, and Chinese language students, the students will live in the quarter room. And for the PhD students, they will live in the single room. And all the rooms are furnished and include individual bathroom, water heater, air conditioner, internet access, and optional paid central heating. Some students, if they're from the very hot part of the countries, I don't think they will experience the cold time. So some of the cities or some of the university do not offer the central heating. So when the winter comes, the student will feel cold. But in USC, you don't have such kind of concern because every room and every dormitory we will offer the central heating. And one more fee for the comprehensive medical insurance. All the students, when they enter China, no matter which university, will charge the students for this kind of fee, which will be the 600 China yuan per year. And the physical examination fee would be 538 China yuan per person. And the resident permit would be 400 China yuan per year. This is the online application procedure. This is the left part will be the page of our university's online application system portal parts. You need to log on to the online application system. Here's the website. And after that, you can select the program and the major. Next one, complete the application form and upload the e-copies of relevant original documents. When you apply in the system and upload the relevant documents for the highest level degree certificate and other documents, no matter which kind of documents, if it is not in English or in Chinese, you need to translate it into English and get it notarized. Next part is the application deadline, which is the July 15th, 2021 for September intake. And on the left part, you can see choose your programs. When you choose your programs, that means first you need to choose the scholarships. The first two scholarships are the most popular and not that difficult for you to get it, which are Nanjing Government Scholarship and Newest Excellent Freshman Scholarship. After that, you can go to the basic info, study plan, education background, employment, or additional info to fill in your online application system to finish your online application. Here is some picture of a newest campus. The first one is the school gate. Second one is the teaching building. So it is taken by our students at night. Even at night, there are so many students studying in the classroom. The third one would be the library. The fourth one is the bell tower. The fifth one is our school, the College of International Students. And there is a square in front of our building, which is a flag square. There are so many different countries' square. It is more than 140 flags on the square. So here, I would like to share one more video with you, which is taken by our newest, that means the students from newest. They share their life on campus, life in newest. Okay. So this is the video of our students on campus, including their academic life and the daily life. They will enjoy different kind of clubs, different kind of activities, and bring their cultural performances to our school. This first picture is the New Year Gala. There different countries students wear different kind of their costumes to give their performance, to introduce their own country's culture to our students. And not only the international students, but there are so many our Chinese students will also take part in this video. And for this year, the performers all wear the Chinese traditional Tanzhuang to give their performance for this program. And we will also take the students go hiking, to climbing the mountain, and like the football match, Chinese calligraphy, and pottery making. They will make the pottery by themselves, and maybe after the process, they will get a pot or bowl or cup made by themselves. So for this part, I invited one of my students, who is studying in NUIST for 3 years. He will give you a brief and brief sharing about his study experience in NUIST. And he's from Indonesia, so I think you can have some more information, can learn some more information from him. His name is Dante.
Hello everyone, good afternoon. I'm here to tell you my life in NUIST so you can have a grasp on how I live, or maybe how most people live in there. I'm sorry I couldn't be there, but I hope this video helped you guys. So hello, my name is Dante and I am a student in NUIST for almost 3 years now. It's my 6th semester now. I'm from Indonesia and nice to meet you guys. So things that you need to prepare are listed here. I think you have to prepare all the documents that you have to apply, and all the photos already printed, because there in China you need to have a specific specification of photos that you have. You can ask Loshi Jeremy for that. So you have to bring those before you came to China, because it'll make you to apply to document easier there. So second thing is WeChat. WeChat is like WhatsApp in China, because it's the main thing that Chinese people use for their daily communication app. Also, third thing is VPN. If you want to still access your social media in China, you need to install VPN, unless you can't use it because they ban most of American-made apps like Instagram, Facebook, etc. So the four things you need to do is learn the language. Trust me, you want to learn at least basic Chinese before you go there, because even when you want to buy a thing, or maybe you want to buy a food, you need to learn some basic skill language to make it easier. So your mindset, the next step is your mindset. You will see a lot of things that you don't see in your country. So I mean, have an open mindset. It really helps you, the flexibility of it, so you can live in China better, I think, in my opinion, because when I first got to China, it's really hard for me to adjust, because I was like so fixated about my home country, I mean. So yeah, having an open-minded to new things is a good thing. So last is for Indonesian, bring your own bantal guling, because they don't sell those. You can buy it on Ace Hardware, the inflatable ones, for cheap, like 50K. Next up is the environment here in China. So we have 4 seasons, unlike in my country. There's spring, summer, autumn, and winter. I guess you are autumn when you get there. Things you need to prepare here is just the clothes. So if it's near autumn and winter, you obviously need warmer clothes, because the wind in there is kind of harsh compared to other countries. But in Nanjing, it's not that bad, but you need to prepare. You don't want to get sick there. So in which part of China are we? So you can see in this map, I forgot to mark it, but you can see right on the right side of the map, there's sea, and you can scoot over to the left, you can see Nanjing. It's near Hefei and Shanghai. So if you want to go to Shanghai to, go to the biggest Starbucks in the world, you can go there. I've never been there, but I'm planning to. So what's the campus look like? These are the photos that I took, not me personally, but I took from the website. On the left here, there's a meteorology building. This is the most, I think the most famous building in Nuis, because these buildings everywhere. You can see it on the logo and here and there. So yeah, meteorology building. And this is the Nuis main road. So this is what will you see if you go to your campus, if you go to your dorm. This is the main road you will take. And you can see the little bus, the blue bus over there. You can take the ride. It's 1 yuan. You can go around the campus as you like. There's a station every now and then. So next up is the school gate. This is what will be greeted when you first go to Nuis. And the school building look like this. Yeah, pretty much look like the same, but yeah. So this is the library. You can go here if you want to study, but preferably I use the canteen instead, because I want to eat something while I'm studying. And you can do that on library, obviously. And this is a flag square. We have every flag there is. If the student is in Nuis, you can see there's a lot of flags there. So the most important thing, in my opinion, it's the dormitory, because you will live there and spend things. Spend your memories with your friends there. Right. So this is the dormitory room. It doesn't look very pleasing at first, but trust me, when you get there and just put your things there, it will feel a little bit more homey. You can see there's a table, 4 table total, and 4 mattress you can use. And the bathroom is inside. We got AC, we got heater, we got heated water, and all the things you need. Okay, so this is my room after like 3 months of me living in it. You can see I put some curtains because of privacy, and I put some lights on the bed frame. And on the right side you can see my desk. It's my productivity area. So yeah, trust me, if you live like 3 months there, you'll get accustomed by it. So next up, what's the dormitory looks like anyway? So this is outside look of our beloved dormitory. You can see there's a basketball court right over there. I took this from kitchen. I will show you later in this PPT. And the right side of this PPT, you can see the dormitory laundry or dry room, so you can wash your clothes and clean them up right there. You can also dry your clothes there. I think the fare for each wash is like 8 yuan, if I remember correctly. So what about the food? There's canteen and there's halal food restaurant near our school, but the canteen is in our school. And also there's a halal canteen in our school, so you can go there. If you're a Muslim like me, you will preferably eat that halal food because there's no pork there. So yeah, and it's relatively cheap. Maybe for a meal you can expect maybe 20 yuan with a drink. Yeah, that's me though. People spend a lot more than me and sometimes spend less. So what if you want to cook? Because first day in China, your tongue isn't very clicking with the food right there, right? So we can buy our own our own raw food from the market. You can see on the left side there's IE. We often buy meat, vegetables, and things like that in the market, and then we cook it on dormitory central kitchen. Here are my friends. It's our first year in Nanjing. So yeah, every floor have a central kitchen that you share with among the student. Yeah. So next up is department and activities. So what are NUIS offering in outside of academical purpose? Of course, there's some department and activities that you can do and participate. So on the left side of the PPT, you can see the art department. The art department handles the things art-wise, like performance maybe, or singing, guitar, etc., etc. CESS is computer-based. I don't know a lot about it, but yeah. Publicity department, I think publicity department is the one that publicize the events of these department. So yeah, if you like photography and videography, you should join publicity department. The middle one is sports department. As of now, I'm the secretary. So if you want to ask about the sports department, you can ask me. You can straight ask me the question. So sports department handles obviously sport events and mainly yearly event where Chinese and international students compete together in an Olympic, like running, jumping, etc., etc. And we have DAD. DAD is domestic affairs department. They handles things like dormitory and then rules. Yeah, I don't really know about it. So yeah, INET is like publicity department. They publish an article every day, like things you need to learn, things you need to know, and something like that. So yeah, you can choose your hobby in this department. So yeah, this is the yearly activities of the NUIS. You can see on the left side is New Year Gala. We held this every December. I think it's not on 1st January, but it's more like late December. It's for New Year. So there's performance, there's dancing, singing, band, anything you can name, drama. So on the right side, there's cultural festival. It's a yearly activities too. That is held for cultural exchange. So there's people from all around the world using a stand and promote their food, promote their clothes, traditional clothes, of course, their culture, obviously. And there's also a performance. Right here you can see a performance on the stage. And here's my friend. So next up is sports festival. Is what I mentioned. Is the one that looked like an Olympic. We compete there with a Chinese student, and there also a performance. You can see on the left side. There's traditional clothes. They go around the field, and then there's a dragon dancing stuff. Yeah. So Halloween party. Just the concept is Halloween, but it's really not so different with the one before. It's just performance and costumes. You can see there's one from, I don't know, Falak. I forgot her name. So yeah, fun stuff. And then talent show. Well, obviously it's a talent show. It's a yearly activity. So it's being held on September, I think, September last year. We can see people writing poem, playing guitar, or maybe sing, maybe dance. You can do your talent. You can distribute your talent here. So yeah. So lastly is the environmental fashion show. Of course, yearly activities again is where Chinese and international students compete in recycling things that could make to a fashion show. You can see all the material that's been used here is all recycled. So yeah, it's good for the environmental, I guess. So yeah, thank you everyone. I hope that helps. If you still have any question, you can contact me at dantearisto@gmail.com, or maybe my WeChat Dante_Aristo, or maybe my IG at DanteAristo. So yeah, I hope this helps, and see you in China, I guess.
Okay, and Dan is not here, but I still want to thank him for the sharing with you. And one more thing, and Danny mentioned in the sharing video that every students need to learn some basic Chinese before they came. I think still okay, because when you enter China, speaking English is okay. And if you do not learn a single word of Chinese, after you enter newest, we will arrange all the students will take the Chinese basic Chinese courses. So the teacher will teach you some basic communication Chinese language to you, so that you can practice and use it in your daily life. I think there will be no problem for you staying in China, because English is also okay, Chinese is also okay. So after giving you the introduction of the PPT and the video of our Dante show, I think maybe you have some questions or problems, and all the questions and problems are welcomes. So you can send maybe the question or the things you want to know to our email address, which is oie@newest.edu.cn, so that I will receive your questions or problems, and after that I will reply you, and hope to see you in China. Okay, thank you for your time for today's online briefing, and thank you for attending this online event. Bye bye.